So I put Monique at my number one just because I feel like she was dealing with some special education stuff. She was dealing with some generational trauma stuff. She was dealing with her Uncle Tina. She was dealing with her grandmama. She was dealing with her own poor hygiene. It was a lot of stuff in this. So she was very transparent. At the same time, I feel like she was lying.
Ooh.
At the same time, I feel like everything, I feel like some of it was not true. But I don't know what did you watch this, Dr. Carr? My name is Monique.
Yeah, I watched about maybe 20 minutes of it, but I heard talking. The MFs were too much for me. I'm going to watch it. But you're right. I'm like, why are you, what's the objective? What are you trying to do here? And I was never sure. I haven't been sure yet. So maybe she'll unfold it. Like you say, she's a storyteller, as you were saying, and an actress. But I'm like, my God, must we have all of these Maryland farmers in this kind of
Maryland farmers?
Well, that's how you say it back in Maryland. She's a Maryland girl. I don't know.
So I got a question, Professor Hunter. Well, you both, Professor Hunter. You said, are all of these things true? When you watch comedy, do you want it to be true or do you want it to be funny?
I want it to be funny. So, but if your truth is funny, bring it, but don't play with my emotions. Do you know what I'm saying? Like make me laugh. Like when Rodney Perry broke down his thing with the stroke and he talked about the hand and the hand wasn't working. And then he had to do these things to make his hand work. I was in. This was at Foolishness Friday Live. His stroke story. I was like, is this real? And then as he's talking about it, I'm like, I shouldn't be laughing at this, but I'm going to laugh because it is funny, and he was talking about the white lady teaching him how to walk, again. And he made that stroke thing, which made me sad, funny. So that's funny, right? But there's too many N words and MFs, like you were saying. And I was like, has comedy has evolved? Because there was a period of time with, Bernie Mac and this and that was all, any black comic was, MF, N word, dicks, pussies, dog, it was all of that, sex. And I feel like we're in a place now where we deserve more. Are they just lazy? And Lamont, you're the only comic here.
Yeah.
But it's just lazy because I think it's laziness.
Well, so the era that you named and the people that you named, she's from that era,
right? So
it's kind of and so you're doing two things. You're doing what you know, and you're doing what your audience expects. So it's kind of hard to then be like, all right, let me evolve on the spot and give you all new me. You see what I'm saying? So, I'm not speaking for her, but what I know to be is somebody that's been off the radar and caused so much controversy in the game and in the industry. When I come back, I know it's all eyes on me, and I know your expectation is up here. So I'm gonna give you what I know, and I'm gonna give what my audience is used to and likes. Are you her audience? Would you say that you were her audience?
I saw Kings of Comedy, Queens of Comedy. I'm there. I'm watching. I go to comedy. I like comedy, which is why we do what we do. I love comedy. I'm old school too. I'm Mom's Mabley. I'm in the basement.
Would you say
N-word's crazy? Richard Pryor. I am Robin Harris' first album, Eddie Murphy. I mean, I had the album, the vinyl. Like I tried out for Saturday Night Live. I tried to be on Saturday Night Live in high school, right? Comedy,
would you say she's being true to herself, even if she has not evolved in your eyes?
She was being Monique, but no, because Monique is also an Oscar winner. Monique is also someone that just did a really amazing, I think it was scary and weird movie where the range on her range is sickening, right? She did Bessie. She just did, and stole that. I think she should have won an Emmy for that performance. Who did she play? Ma Rainey in that? Incredible actress. She has range. So I feel like with all of the trouble you caused and fight you got to get that check, because you got that check, right, that you asked for, you needed to break. You were the first Black woman to really have a talk show after Marsha Warfield that was actually really successful. Like, she has broken barriers in so many different areas. This could have been that time, and I feel like she squandered it. I don't know if you feel that way, Dr. Carr, because you turned it off after 20 minutes. I stayed to the end because I'm that person.
And you have that stamina, and you
I don't. I'm just stubborn. I was just like, you ain't going. let me turn
everybody and you interact with everybody. I mean, I've never been able to make it through Precious, although I understand Lee Daniels was there when they taped this. I mean,
yeah, he was in the front row. And I've never watched Precious either, because once I saw the theme and all of it, I was like, I'm not watching that.
I'm absolutely not a Lee Daniels fan in terms of his work. I don't know Lee Daniels, but his work, it seems to me, feeds into deep Black pathology, which of course they eat up in this country we live in. So I'm not mad at Lee Daniels, but when you ask that question, Lamont, who is her audience on Good Friday? We have to remember that when Jesus was on trial today, and Pontius Pilate said, whom will you, the people that is, whom will you have me release? Jesus of Nazareth or Barabbas, a murderer? Then they said, give us Barabbas. So if the audience is ignorant, then in fact, Monique's audience loves the N-word. And so, but then my question is, what's your objective? You like you say, you parlayed all this popular support into this platform. And I'm assuming that you think this is your one shot to secure the bag going forward. So then the question becomes, how many eyeballs are going to be attracted to this beyond your core audience?
Right.
And I have an answer to, because I don't see it being promoted. I mean, it's obviously on the front page of Netflix, but is it in the top 10? Is it like, who are you talking to? Because if you want to do that act that I was watching, we saw, you can do that on the comedy circuit right now in the Black communities, in the clubs. But are you trying to make the leap? I don't know.
Are you trying to be Amy Schumer? Are you trying to get that Amy Schumer? You trying to get that Amy Schumer money, or that Chris Rock money that you were saying that you deserve?
I don't know.
Maybe in all this time on the sideline, when Steve Harvey said, "Hey man, we Black out here. We trying to get paid out here." Maybe she's playing the game a different way now that she's back.
And what is the game? I don't know. What is the game?
I mean, to Dr. Carr's point, she's realizing how you get your bread buttered is you being that in front of them, because that's what they like.
Oh no!
Are they watching? I don't see them.
I mean, it was enough press to take note. There's enough.
Black people, can generate certain support. I mean, I'm not quite sure what's going on in my hometown right now, but what I did see was a couple of young brothers who were trying to come of age, but I also saw Black spectacle.